We're here at Woodhouse, Washlands today to look at the restoration work we've been doing on the River Rother. The site's been managed by Sheffield and Rotherham Wildlife Trust for a few years now, and we realised that the river could be improved for wildlife. You can see behind me the river's very much modified. It was straightened in the 1950s and canalised. We put in a funding bid to try and diversify the flow in the river, and that's what we've achieved here. The funding for BIFA award has allowed us to install 3 berms on the river here. The berms are basically built out into the river channel. As you can see behind me, the river's very much straightened here, but building out berms into the channel makes the channel narrower, and that creates faster water around the front and slower water around the back, which creates different opportunities for fish to breed and to lay their eggs. We've built 3 of these berms in the river, and they've helped to diversify the flow and create better conditions for fish spawning and for other wildlife such as dragonflies and other invertebrates, which provide food in turn for the fish and the birds that live on the nature reserve. Before the river was straightened in historical times, the site would have been a lot wetter. Because the river used to flood onto the floodplain every winter, it was really good for wading birds like snipe and lapwing, but now the river is really disconnected from the floodplain. So to try and address that problem, we've used this grant to build 2 big bunds on the floodplain, and these bunds hold back surface water. When it rains over the winter, they create small shallow lakes effectively on the floodplain. That water stays there into the spring, so when these wading birds come back from their winter migration, they find a great site for breeding on, and we've already attracted good numbers of overwintering ducks and wildfowl, and in the spring we're hoping to increase the number of lapwing using the site as a result of this grant funding that we've had. We've planted 200 trees on the nature reserve as part of the restoration project, and they've been planted by local community volunteers, so it's been a great opportunity for local people to get involved in caring for and looking after their local nature reserve, and this work has been made possible with the support of BIFA award as part of the Landfill Communities Fund. So that not only provides shelter and food for birds and other wildlife, but also it's going to create extra shading of the river channel, and that's important as summer temperatures increase with climate change. Rivers can struggle if they get too hot, so providing shading is beneficial to make the rivers more resilient as the climate changes.